You ever have that one game that basically defined your childhood? For a lot of us, that was World of Warcraft. It wasn't just a game, it was a world. You didn't log in, you lived there. You knew your guildmates better than your coworkers. You spent entire nights raiding, laughing, and arguing about loot you'd never even use. World of Warcraft was special, and somewhere along the line, Blizzard forgot why. But lately, I think something's changing. The new expansion, Midnight Player Housing, they might actually bring the heart back to Azeroth. So today, we're gonna talk about how Blizzard messed it up and how somehow they might just be fixing it. Let's rewind to the good years. Vanilla, Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King. Those were the days when you had to actually talk to people. No cross-realm group finder, no teleporting right to the dungeon door. You stood in Ironforge or Orgrimmar yelling, LFG, healer for dead minds, for 20 minutes straight. And when you finally found a group, it meant something. You added each other as friends. You built relationships. The community made the game. The world was dangerous and also mysterious. You saw a red name out in Stranglethorn Vale, you knew it was about to get real. Every piece of loot, every mount, every achievement, it all had a story behind it. You didn't just play WoW, you belonged to it. And the devs back then, they built the game with passion. You could feel it. Everything from the music to the quest lines to the zones screamed, we love this world. Then something happened. Around Cataclysm, always ironic, it all started to crack. Instead of expanding the world, Blizzard started rebuilding it, but not in a good way. They streamlined it, simplified it. The world stopped feeling alive and started feeling efficient. Then came Warlords of Draenor, aka World of Garrison Craft. Remember that? You didn't even need to leave your base anymore. You just logged in, clicked your missions, and kind of pretended to play. And I think that's when it really hit. Blizzard stopped designing for players. They started designing for metrics, retention, engagement, login bonuses. It was no longer what will make this world magical. It was how do we keep them online for one more hour? And look, we get it. Every company needs to make money. But the problem is you can't manufacture magic. When Blizzard stopped playing their own game, we all felt it. And don't even get me started on the cash shops. Nothing screams immersive fantasy world like a $25 sparkle pony. So what happens when a company forgets what made it great? The fans take over. WoW Classic was significant proof of that. Players begged for years, give us the old game back. And Blizzard said, you think you do, but you don't. And then Classic dropped and millions of players said, actually, we do. People came back not because of nostalgia, but because Classic reminded us what community feels like. The grind didn't scare us. We missed it. We missed needing other people. Then came the rise of other MMOs, Final Fantasy XIV, ESO, even New World, all of them proving something WoW forgot. Players want to feel like part of a world, not just another daily checklist. WoW became a job. Other MMOs felt like home, and the saddest part, WoW didn't die, it just faded. It lost its spark. But here's the twist. After all the missteps, the scandals, the tone-deaf expansions, Blizzard might actually be turning a corner. World of Warcraft Midnight. It's not another cosmic, over-the-top multiverse expansion. It's back to what made the game work. Grounded fantasy, familiar zones, and an emotional connection to the world. They're saying all the right things, but more importantly, they're doing some of the right ones. And the big one, player housing. Yeah, after 20 years, it's finally happening. Now, if they do it right, this could completely change the social side of WoW. Imagine guild neighborhoods, player-run markets, little towns that actually feel like home. This is the kind of feature we've begged for since the early days. It's not just a cosmetic feature, it's community. Housing means roots. It gives players a reason to log in, just to exist, not just to grind. That's how you build a living world again. And Midnight feels like a clean slate. A little darker, more grounded, almost nostalgic. It's, I think, Blizzard saying, we remember. And honestly, that's all we really ever wanted. So the big question, can WoW ever be great again? Maybe. But it depends on whether Blizzard actually learned why it was great in the first place. It wasn't the loot. It wasn't the graphics. It's sure as hell still not the graphics. It was the feeling. That moment you saw your first dragon, that night your guild finally down Ragnaros, that random stranger who became your best friend. You can't fake that with battle passes or weekly chores. World of Warcraft was always great. Blizzard just forgot why. But maybe, just maybe, with Midnight on the horizon, they're finally starting to remember. And hey, Blizzard, if you're listening, no more mobile tie-ins, no more shop updates, and for the love of Elune, don't ruin housing. Because if you can bring back the soul of Azeroth, then maybe, again, just maybe, it'll feel like home again.